I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Yeah!
Wait, actually, I take that back. Plenty of bubblegum here. Hey, let's all chew some bubblegum and watch a comedy show.
Yeah!
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, a half a pack of powdered donuts. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses and Christmas lights. I'm Ripper the Clown, an unpredictable cartoon character come to life, and you know what? Underneath this rough exterior is just a kid at heart. I enjoy collecting toys, and that's why I decided to bring in a box of my most recent toy purchases from the dollar store and share it with you guys tonight. Here's the first toy of the evening. It's a little smartphone replica for children. Now kids can, use a GPS and read a book and listen to music. And much like all phone devices, you can actually make a phone call with this thing. Can you hear that? Sounds like we call a fax machine. And this thing can also take photographs. I think it's really cool that now children can become cell phone obsessed zombies just like their parents. And it's also really refreshing to know that by the time your 5-year-old gets their first smartphone, that they will have had this thing to practice on. Here's a military action playset. I would have loved to have had this when I was a little clown. It comes with a Bowie knife and a pair of binoculars and a compass and a watch with a compass in it and a pair of pretty cool sunglasses. They're not as cool as mine, but they're still pretty cool. And a map to somewhere. Now you're not going to believe this, but it's very true. With the recent financial cutbacks made to the United States military by the federal government, this playset is now standard military issue, people. I know, it's really scary. And speaking of scary, here we have an Alien Force toy. It was only $1.12. It's a little bitty alien fetus in an egg of slime. The package says it glows in the dark, it's safe and non-toxic. It comes with blow tube and alien goo, and it's sticky and stretchy. I really don't think there's a joke here at all. Here's a little cap gun called a Super Bang. It was only 60 cents. Hey, all kids love cap guns. I know Little Ripper had quite a few. This is a little bitty Derringer pistol on a keychain. And it even comes with one of those little orange plastic caps on the tip of the barrel so no one will think this is a real gun and shoot you. I don't know what you're probably thinking. You're thinking, Rip, man, who would ever misconstrue this little gun as a real pistol? No one in their right mind would ever think that a gun this small could be real. Not true. Because I thought the same thing, and I looked it up, and I discovered that 5 years ago, a leprechaun got pulled over by the police. He had that little keychain on his gun. Cop shot him dead. And it caused a stir. Congress, they rushed back to Washington, they made some emergency legislation, and now all toy pistols under 2 inches long have to have that little cap on the barrel. This is for America's safety, people. God dang it. See, look, empties in my toy box. This is what happens whenever I leave my toys on the party bus. Yeah, that was a reference to my incredibly popular party bus Ripper County video. Check it out, it's on YouTube. My channel name is Ripper the Clown Show. And speaking of shows, here's a DVD I got at the dollar store for $1. It's called The Guy with Secret Kung Fu. Now you know you're in for a bad cinematic experience when the DVD menu says Strat movie. But even before the menu loaded, I knew it was going to be bad, because you know how all DVDs have disclaimers at the beginning that say, warning, do not copy, blah, 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 FBI, blah, 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 federal prison, blah, blah. Well, this DVD has a disclaimer. I've never seen anything like it before. It says, copy it, do whatever you want, you don't give a shit. Yeah, this is much like this is the guy with secret kung fu, I mean clown with secret comedy. You know, you may not get all my jokes right off, but that's okay. That's okay, don't worry about it, you know? They'll hit you later, I guarantee. You're gonna wake up at 3 a.m. this morning, you're gonna pull out of bed, you're gonna be like, damn, that clown guy told the greatest guy with secret kung fu joke ever. Trust me, it'll happen. Here's a giant fake sucker. The official product name is Phony Lollipop. The translation there, it's hard to see, but it says faux suck-on. There's a little warning on the back of the product here for children. It says, warning, toxic, do not suck on faux suck-on. So that's good to know. For the child in your life who's aspiring to be a doctor, here's a generic doctor set. It comes with a stethoscope, a reflex tester, and a hypodermic needle. This set also doubles for the child who's aspiring to be a drug addict. Yeah, I know that was absolutely horrible. I apologize for that, but seriously, the manufacturer does want you to know a couple things from the back here. Number one, this product is Obamacare compliant, so in that area. And then number two, it says, warning, wash hands before using. So you may have not known it, but this shit here is the real deal. Now, if you're familiar with my stand-up comedy or my online videos, you've probably heard me reference my ex-girlfriend, Bethany. She's become a recurring character in my act. And, you know, unfortunately, Bethany was really crazy. By her own admission, she needed to be put in a mental institution. I don't doubt that for a minute. As my friends could attest to, I could probably stand up here for about 5 hours and tell Bethany stories nonstop, but I've got a couple of real quick ones here to tell you. One time about 3 years ago, right outside of this establishment, right outside on Main Street, we got caught downtown during a tornado warning. And we were rushing to the car, stuff was blowing in the street, and I had to stop in the middle of the street and drag her out of the middle of the street because she had stopped in the middle of the street to get into a fight with a thundercloud. I'm not making that up, I wish I was, but it really did happen. And then one time we were walking down the street, and I looked up and I happened to notice there are a couple of vultures circling above us. And I was like, hey look, there are a couple of vultures circling above us. And she got in my face, asking, demanding to know if I was Satan, because she claimed that vultures only follow around the devil. And as strange as it sounds, she's not the one who should have been asking those questions. And then at the very end, she pretended she'd been kidnapped or raping and murdering my soul in the process. And let me tell you something. When your life is completely normal and you're suddenly exposed to cruel, psychotic dysfunction, it does something to you, man. I mean, it messes with your mind and makes you do weird shit like getting up on stage and doing stand-up comedy dressed like a clown. But the overt thing from the very beginning, there was an indicator that Bethany was crazy from the very start, was the fact that she shaves off both of her eyebrows. She's got this big, thick black eyebrow pencil, and she draws these huge, elongated, upside-down U's on her forehead. I mean, they look horrible. They look like the freaking McDonald's arches. Jesus Christ, man, she looks more like a clown than I do. And I'm embarrassed about those damn eyebrows to this day, but I try and find solace in the fact that Bethany has given me enough comedic material for a lifetime. So, with all of those Bethany stories established, I have been building to reveal to you my latest purchase from the dollar store.
Uh-oh.
Now, the drawing of that girl on there looks just like Bethany. Aside from the fact that Bethany has long hair down to her waist, this is the perfect caricature of Bethany, and now, with this little gizmo, I get to draw my own eyebrows on Bethany's face. And I can come up with some really, really weird concoctions here. Here, check this out. Look. Oops. When I lifted it up, they fell off just like Bethany's. I'm going to be completely honest with you. This product's a piece of crap. The magnets don't work. The wand never works. So I just have to say that this product is just like Bethany. They're both broken and mentally defective. Here's a pack of play money. It's called Lots of Money. It says it contains over $1 million in this package. Fellas, here's a little tip. For $1 investment at the dollar store, last night I spent over $1 million at the Spread Eagle Strip Club. The strippers were so stupid, they didn't even realize it was play money. I'm going back tonight. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Now, all kids love to eat at McDonald's for some reason, so I guess that's why they made this hamburger Happy Meal playset. This is an officially licensed McDonald's product, people, because as you can see in the upper right-hand corner there, Bethany's eyebrows.
Ew.
Now, Last night, I decided to do some comparing and contrasting nutritional information. So I got on the internet machine and I went to the McDonald's website and I learned something that you may find extremely disturbing. I know I did. And I really hope that you guys are emotionally and mentally prepared for what I'm about to say. The plastic chicken McNuggets found in this playset are actually more nutritious than the chicken McNuggets purchased at the McDonald's restaurant. I know, it's really scary. Speaking of nutritional information, here's a can of soup that I got at the dollar store. It's called condensed cream of crab. You know, I like to work out and watch my diet, so I decided I needed to check the nutritional information here. It says calories per serving, 911. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, because there's only 2.5 servings per can, which means like less than half of this can is 911 calories. That's insane! Then I realized I misread. 911, that's not the amount of calories per serving. That's the phone number you need to call immediately upon eating this can of soup. And the final toy of the evening is a Nature World flocked animal. This is a rhinoceros. I also bought the sheep. I took the sheep out of the package to illustrate something to you that I found extremely troubling. Now check this out, look. You see what I'm seeing? The sheep is bigger than the rhinoceros. These toys are not to scale people. I mean, what are they teaching children? That a sheep is bigger than a rhinoceros? This really pissed me off. So I decided to call the company and complain. You know what? They were really nice. They knew about the problem. And they were really candid about how it happened. They told me that the designer of the flocked animals has a serious alcohol problem. And the day he designed these sheep and the rhino, he was pretty flocked up. Yeah, I need my flocked animals. But I have to say, that is not the final product of the evening. The final product of the evening is not available at the dollar store. It's available exclusively through me and on Amazon.com. It is the brand spanking new Ripper the Clown book. It is called The Life and Mimes and Zombie Apocalypse of Ripper the Clown, the Autobiography of an Unconventional Zombie. This book is a zombie spoof. If you enjoy the zombie genre, TV shows, books, graphic novels, movies, you will love this parody. This is Ripper the Clown's first book, which means, by proxy, it is his best. But seriously, before this book was officially published, it received second place for fiction at the 2014 Hollywood, California Book Festival. And they judged on books that should be turned into movies or TV shows. So I'm extremely honored by this honor. And, you know, it's only been out for a short period of time, but I know 4 people who have read it. They've all said the same thing. It's freaking brilliant. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn here. But I think this book is my masterpiece. And if you'd like to buy one, I've got them with me tonight. Come talk to me. And you know, if you don't want to buy my book, then screw you guys. You know? I'll just take my toys and go home and play with my alien Bluetooth.